So the king had a blessing that he could remember his previous life. So he, as a jackal, decided that I will not do anything to harm anyone, because I have harmed everyone in my past life and I am suffering in the form of a jackal. I have lost all my glories and wonderful facility I had. So he decided to be vegetarian. A jackal decided to be vegetarian. So he lived underneath a tree in a smashan bhumi, in a crematorium, so that he doesn't come in association with any other. And underneath the tree, जो भी fruit गिरता था उसको खा लेता था, पत्ते गिरता था उसको खा लेता था. So all the other jackals who were accompanying him, they said, "You're a fool. You should give up this thing. What are you doing? We jackal eat nice, delicious meat." He said, "No, I will not. I have decided that I will live this life honestly, truthfully, and not eat any meat." A tiger was passing by. He heard this conversation. He said, "A jackal? Honest, nice, impossible." So he tested his behavior and he watched him quite closely, and he found that, oh, really, this jackal is really vegetarian. And he is following all the rules and regulations, and he is honest. He had all the qualities what Bhishma Pitamaha recommended to be. So he said, "I should have him in my ministry." So Tiger requested Jackal that, "Please be my minister. Please be with me." Now, Jackal externally appears to be very cunning, mean person, right? That is the quality of jackals. But this is internally, this guy is very nice and clean person. So Jackal said, "People will be envious of me because you are including me directly in your ministry as well. And all others are tigers and I am only jackal." So when they are envious, they will definitely plan something against me. So you have to make sure that you guard me, and unless and until you have a solid evidence, you will not punish me. People will do the conspiracy against me. So the tiger said, "Everything is agreed. Please come be my minister." So the jackal became the minister of the tiger now. So as soon as he was getting all the respects and honor and prestige, when you get honor and prestige, people become jealous sometimes, and then you create enemies. It's better not to show up your success to people. Sometimes it can be dangerous. So Jackal said that, "I will remain in isolation. I don't want to come in front of everyone because, that will create more problems." But then ultimately, all the other ministers, they devised a plan to cheat him and to put the jackal into trouble. So one day, what they did is that the tiger used to eat a special type of meat, very special, delicious meat, very specially prepared. So somebody stole that meat and put it in the house of the jackal. And when tiger came to know that his special meat is stolen, he sent everyone that find out who has stolen my meat. So all those ministers, they employed certain guards and they went into jackal's house and they caught the jackal and the meat and said, "Look at this. This is the jackal who was claiming to be a very nice person, truthful, honest, humble, vegetarian. He's the one who stole your meat. And we have the proof, and these are the soldiers who brought it." Tiger became really angry, even though he had promised that unless and until he has a solid proof, he would not punish him. He immediately ordered, "Kill this jackal right away." He lost his temper. At that time, mother of that tiger came and he said that, "I have watched this jackal very closely. Even after requesting him the meat, he never ate the meat. So forget about stealing and eating. He will never do that. You should really investigate this matter properly before killing him." So the tiger came to his senses and they investigated and ultimately found that jackal was honest. He never did anything wrong. So then king requested that, "I'm sorry, now I have offended you. So Jackal said, that's fine, but I am resigning from your position and I'm giving up everything and I'm going back to my life. So King said, no, you please stay with me. So Jackal gave the instruction to the king, tiger, that whenever you insult someone and then humiliate that person and then again you pay the respects to that person, that deteriorates the position of that person. Nobody will pay the respect to that person as what it was initially being paid. So there is no point in me staying in this ministry anymore. And the jackal left that place. So Bhishma Pitamaha tells that you should identify somebody who is externally appearing to be in turmoil by really looking into the matter in the depth. Don't judge people from outside, from external appearance. Sometimes that jackal-like person can be really, really humble and honest person, like that. So never come to the conclusion by the external appearance or somebody else tells you to about it. You have to really investigate, use your intelligence, use your all resources and come to the decision about it. Like that. So we'll pause here. We'll continue more. There are lots of questions and answers, but the last thing I have a lot of things to say, but I will postpone it for next time. We can go for hours together. But one last thing, what Bhishma Pitamaha tells to Yudhisthira Maharaj, and this is very important for all of us. Whatever the instructions he has given are really important, but this one sentence is very important. He says, Bhaktya Veshya Mano Yasmin Vachayanam Kirtanyan Tajan Kalevaram Yogi Mujyate Kama Karma Bhi. So here Bhishma Pitamaha is telling to Yudhisthira Maharaj, the personality of Godhead who appears in the mind of a devotee by attentive devotion and meditation and by chanting of the holy name releases the devotee from the bondage of fruitive activities at the time of his quitting the material body. So we should understand this instruction that Bhaktya Vesho Mano Yasmin Vachayan Nama Kirtaniya. So if we regularly, attentively chant and remember the pastimes of Krishna and remember and recite his holy name, then he will come to you at the time of death and he will relieve you from the bondage of material activities. So by saying this and by paying the respects to Lord Krishna, Bhishma Pitamaha closed his eyes and he gave up his body. Actually, Bhishma Pitamaha, even though he was on the side of Kauravas, on the Adharma side, he saw Krishna face to face at the time of death. Isn't that amazing? Somebody on the side of Duryodhan saw Krishna face to face at the time of death and got liberation because he was devotee of Lord Krishna. Always Bhishma Pitamaha, even though externally he was doing his duty, internally he was remembering Krishna ever. So we might be doing so many duties, but we should always remember Krishna in our mind. Thank you very much. Any questions? कोई प्रश्न, कोई comment, कोई टीका, कोई प्रश्न प्रभु?
Just a quick one, but I don't want to take time. All the qualities which you described here, for not hiring the person and all the bad qualities, everything. All those qualities, Bhishma Pitamaha suggested. Duryodhana had all those.
Yes.
And throughout his life, he was sticking with Duryodhana's style.
Yes, because he was bonded by his vow. So sometimes we have to, when we take a vow, we have to be really careful. हम शादी के टाइम कुछ वचन लेते हैं, हमें बहुत ध्यान से लेने चाहिए वचन. अभी प्रभु जी भी शादी होने वाली है, तो 7 फेरे लेंगे तो वचन करने पड़ेंगे। हम तो बंधे हुए हैं सब लोग आज वैलेंटाइंस डे में, तो वचन लेते टाइम यही है भीष्म पितामह जीवन कि कोई भी वचन लो, बी वेरी केयरफुल, just don't take it randomly. Bhishma Pitamaha was called Bhishma because he took a vow which nobody else could take that. You know? So that was a vow. One way it was damaging to himself and to whole the dynasty. But that was what the destiny was decided, I guess. So he was bounded by his vow. Otherwise, he always knew that Duryodhana was cunning. He had already told Duryodhana many things, but Duryodhana never listened. Hare Krishna.
Bhishma Pitamaha always devoted to Krishna, and when he's dying, why he had to go through that
Pain.
So many pain from the arrows?
Very nice.
Arrows back.
Very nice.
Why, like he had to control his life. He can do whatever he want to die, but why he had to shoot it by so many arrows?
Arrows, yeah. Why so much pain? Yeah. Right. So very nice question actually.
Then God, Krishna did not help him to stop before he hitting too much.
Yeah, that's very nice. Very nice. So wonderful question. Anybody wants to take a question? Niyamati, you want to say something?
Well, according to what I have heard, I'm saying.
You can come here so they can see you.
No, I'm okay over here. Krishna was the one to tell Arjun to shoot arrows to him. So, as Goti Prabhu said before, that why did he side with Duryodhana? So, before even Duryodhana was in picture, he had taken this vow. And at that time, when he had taken the vow, he was being told, Bhishma Pitamaha was being told that how do you know he had taken a vow to protect whoever sits on that throne. So that was the thing that his father Shantanu had warned him, that how do you know that the person sitting on the throne is going to be a religious person? So how did you take this vow? But now as he was abided by the vow, he had to side with adharma for a very long time. That was one of the reasons why he had to go through all these arrows and all that. Being very, means he was a very, very strong devotee, a very good devotee. So he knew what he was doing was wrong, but just because of his vow, he had to go through all these things. Also, the other thing that I have heard, I don't know if you would agree with it or no, but
I have to agree, it's Valentine's Day.
But Bhishma Pitamaha was being asked to do this, and he was very happy because he said that if I am going to fight against Krishna, I will be seeing him all the time. So he wanted to be against the adharma side so that he could continuously see Krishna right in front of him. If he would be fighting on the dharma side where Krishna also was there, he wouldn't be able to see Krishna all the time. But fighting in front of him, he would be able to see Krishna all the time. That's the other reason why he chose to be on the other side.
I agree with you. So, कभी-कभी भक्तों के जीवन में भी दुख आता है. When the pain comes, actually more the pain, better it is. Because when the pain increases, that means आपके पाप कम हो रहे हैं. जब भी सुख आ रहे हैं, उसका मतलब कि आपके पाप बढ़ रहे हैं. Pain is the sign, the trouble is the sign that your जो आपके पाप है प्रीवियस जन्म के, वो बर्न हो रहे हैं सब कुछ, है ना. आपके पहले जो पाप किए हैं उसके हिसाब से दुख आ रहे हैं आपको. है ना। तो जैसे ही दुख आता है तो आपका पाप पहले का बर्न होते जाता है ना, समझ में आ रहा है। जब ये सब बर्न हो गए आपके पाप, तो आप प्योर हो गए। इसलिए दुख ये अच्छी बात है, दुख आना जीवन में, भक्तों के जीवन में जितने भी दुख आए उससे भगवान से और नजदीक जाने का मौका मिलता है। इसलिए वी शुड, मदर कुंती ऑलवेज आस्क दैट, ओ कृष्णा प्लीज गिव मी द पेन, बिकॉज व्हेन आई एम पेनफुल आई रिमेंबर यू। बिकॉज दुख में सुमिरन सब करे, सुख में करे न कोई, सुख में सुमिरन जो करे तो दुख का है को, है ना। तो थोड़ा भी पैसा आ गया, जॉब, हमारे यहाँ पे तो कितने सारे एग्जाम्पल हैं कि जॉब मिलते ही मंदिर आना बंद हो जाता है और पूछते हैं क्या हो गया, नहीं बोले अभी नहीं आ सकते, बहुत बिजी है। पहले स्टूडेंट थे तो संडे फीस्ट को आते थे, लेकिन अभी तो सब कुछ हो गया तो अभी नहीं आते। कभी काफ़ी सारे एग्जाम्पल्स मैंने देखे हैं। तो एनीवे इट इज़ एवरीबॉडीज चॉइस, पर्सनल चॉइस, बट more the pain we remember Krishna more actually. Hare Krishna. So we will take a recite the Prasadam prayer. Very nice questions, really appreciate it. If you have any more questions, we'll talk on Prasadam. Everybody can recite the Prasadam prayer together.